Hi, my name is Colin Graham from Starcrawler Terrain, and today I'm going to show you how you can take these 3D printed crates and you can add magnets, so you can have magnetized lids for your objective marker crates. Okay, I'm going to show you how to put the magnets inside of these crates that we're printing for Starcrawler Terrain. So these ones actually have customs on the side and Vader logos on them. Kind of cool, and they're printed in. So we're going to basically put magnets inside these little spots here, and this is going to clip on the top like that. So when those are printed on the print bed, they're printed on the print bed like that, so they're flat, and that gives us a reasonably flat bottom side. Actually, these ones are printed on a raft, just for better bed adhesion, but they could be printed on a flat. They could be printed flat on a benzo. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that the magnets will fit into those holes. And we need a couple of things to do that. So we have some magnets that we bought off Amazon. These are 3mm by 3mm by 3mm magnets, as you can see there. Okay. So Gorilla Glue, which is really cheap. In Canada, you can buy Gorilla Glue at Michael's, and you can use the 50% off coupon on this. You can save some money. And the size of this bit. This is a 1/8 bit. I'm not sure if you can see it on there. It's a 1/8 drill bit, which is pretty close to 3mm. So the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that these little holes here are going to be able to take the magnet. So I'm just going to ream them out a little bit. Mostly I'm looking for if there's like a lot of crap or stuff inside them. So where you can see it's going to be a problem is right here. So actually the lid is more important. And you can use a drill to do this, or you just use this little thing by hand, just kind of ream it out by hand. And that's how tough your PLA is. I want a little hand drill to do that. And like if these magnets don't go in very well, you may want to ream this out a little bit more. But it's actually nice if they kind of press fit in, because then you don't need a lot of, you just need a little dab of glue to kind of hold it in place. Clean a little bit up later. What we want to do is we want to get these magnets in so just a little bit flush underneath. Because if they stick up a little bit too much, then they cause some issues. And you don't sit nice and flat. Let's bring down a little bit better there now. So we want this to sit nice and flat like that. And actually I can see there's a couple little bits that stick up. So I can take my hobby knife and I can, I don't have a hobby knife. Just make sure that there's nothing little bits sticking up. Always cut away from you. Make sure those little bits don't stick up. A little bit right there. So when those magnets go in, it'll sit nice and flush. It still sticks up a little bit right there. A little bit of sandpaper can help too. If you have some handy, I'll break this in. Okay, so that's our first step. For the second step, we're going to take some magnets. We want to make sure we get the magnets going the same way. Once you get the first lid built, it's actually pretty easy to do. So I actually have this other crate that I built before, and see the magnets are already on it. Okay, and this one's actually a little bit cleaner. I don't know if you noticed this, but this one's been printed in resin. Actually, the lid has been printed in PLA, and the base has been printed in resin. So this one's been printed in PLA, and this has been printed in resin. Doesn't matter because they're the same size. Let's see how the magnet goes on. So we're going to actually use this to know which way the polarity of the magnets go. And the reason I want to do that is because I want all the lids and all the pieces to have the same polarity. So I'm going to take 4 of these off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The rest back in there for now. It's better to buy these magnets on eBay. Actually, eBay is not a bad place to buy them. If you can wait, you can buy them from eBay and order them from China. And if you can't wait, Amazon, you can have them delivered with Prime the next day. I don't recommend going to stores to buy these, because if you go to stores, they're going to charge you more, a lot more. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to basically just push these magnets in. See, I just pushed it in like that. It doesn't matter if you push the same ones in the same spot. The important thing is that you get the lid ones going down. So see how those went in pretty easily? That's good. Okay, now there's a problem right there. See, that one's sticking up. See how those other ones are? See how those other ones are nice and flush? Okay. See how that one sticks up? That one's going to be a problem because when I put my lid on, that's going to stick up. So one other thing, I can try to push it in with my finger, but Actually, the easiest way to do it is just push it in off a piece of wood. Like that. And you want to use wood and not metal because these magnets are magnetic. They'll stick to the different bits of metal. So I can also use what I got here. Got a paintbrush if I really wanted to get those in a little bit tighter. I'm gonna push them in because this plastic has a little bit of give to it. And that came out really nice. Sometimes they don't come out always that nice. We'll see when we do the lid that maybe they won't fit that as well. And so those are nice and flush. That one, actually, see that one, I don't know if you can see there. That one there goes in a little bit. And that's okay. So now, the thing is, if I put this lid on, you see how those magnets just popped? Some of those magnets just popped out. Some of those stayed in. This ones are good because they're like actually pushed right in there. These ones, we're going to need to put a little bit of glue on them. So I'm going to push them back in. Make sure they're in nicely with my brush. And then, just take our super glue. Alright, and we just put a little dab in there. We don't need a lot. So once these magnets are glued, they're going to stick. Like Gorilla Glue for later. And if you have something you can wipe it with, you can just actually wipe that off. And I've got this nice little card here that came with some filament. I'm just going to scrape that off. That'll just help it dry a little bit better. So that's the first one done, and we're ready to go with that. Get that card out of the way. Now we want to get this lid. We want to be able to put this lid, the bits on the lid. So we'll just do this in reverse. We'll put this lid on top of this other box that we have. Remember, once you've got one box done, you can kind of use it to line up the polarity of the others. So we're going to need 4 more magnets, and so it's going to take 8 magnets per box. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, some basic. That goes up. Okay, so we'll save our magnets for later. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to put them onto our base. You see they just kind of drop in place there. Because they are magnetic. Magnets are cool. Honestly, I think I'm a bit obsessed with magnets. Magnetizing the arms and everything. Now, these ones might be a little bit tougher, depending on these holes. Let's see how far they're going to go in. They might want to stick up a little bit. Well, actually, those went on real smooth, so that little bit of rimming them out we did earlier was actually pretty good. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to make sure that they stay on. Just do this one first. That one's a bit tougher. And this one here is nice and easy. That one there is sticking up a lot. It's a bit tougher. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... Oh, yeah, that's popped out. Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. Once you get into the pattern of doing this, it goes really fast. Let's make sure that those ones are not sticking up at all. Make sure they don't stick out at all. This one sticks out a little bit more than I'd like. So I'll take my little brush. Yeah, I'll just try to push it in as much as I can. The plastic has a little bit of give to it. Filament plastic, and that's good. So those are really in there. So, oh, they're not in there as much as I thought. So we're going to need to glue those. Oh, we'll pop it all over the place here. Okay, so I'm going to want to glue those. And which one didn't go in here? Was it this one? Oh, I lost the magnet. That one in there. And the nice thing about magnets is they're easy to pick up. So that's the one there that's not going in. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do this a little bit differently. Normally what I would do is I would just glue them. Come back to this one. I want to get this really hard one in first. See, it's not really just not going in there. The thing is, as soon as I push it onto the table, a bit of wood, it just popped right in there. Sometimes I have to put a bit more force on that, sometimes not. So now that one's nice and flush. Nice and flush. Just got that one glued in. Get this one glued in. And just go boop, boop, boop. Alright, and we'll take our little card here that we had before. There we go. Alright, so those are going to be fine. We're just going to wait for those to dry. waiting for this one to dry, I'm going to quickly, efficiently try to do one more. All right. So 4 magnets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. First thing we're going to do is the lid. Just going to ream those out a little bit so that they'll go in nicely. That one's a little bit messy. Right, but that's okay. It might just press in. Good. All right. Got my 4 holes. Anything sticking up? Yeah, there's a couple of things that are kind of sticking out. Oh, there's a little bit of the... Always cutting away myself. Then I just go 1, 2, press those right in there. Oh, that one's nice and tight. And that one's nice and tight. 3, 4. Good. All good. And I'll take my brush. Just make sure they're all pressed right in. 2, 3, 4. Nice and tight. And now we're going to put that down. There you go. There's the lid. It's that fast. Now I got my pattern down pat. Now I want to do the lid piece. I want to do the base piece. I'm not even going to ream those ones out because the holes are nice and clean. And these might just press fit perfectly. Okay. The magnet's back by a nice little box. Made in China. Alright. And take this and just go 1, 2, 3. Those are blowing in perfectly. 4. They're nice and flush. Nothing sticks up. Glue, 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 glue. Card, just smear it around. Done and dusted. And just don't let it get too close to anything else because they're magnetic and they'll snap together. So those ones are still a little bit wet. We'll come back as soon as they're all dry. We're back. Let's put the lid on our Gorilla Glue because we don't need that. So this glue's all dried up. Let's make sure that our lids connect. Oh, that's our original lid and it connects just fine. Try this one. Yeah, see, it just clips on there nicely. A little bit of gunk on those. We could sand that down a little bit if we wanted to. Nicely. Nicely. And nicely. So this one rocks a little bit. Sticks up a little bit somewhere, I'm not sure. I think it's right here. There we go, nice and snug. And you can put whatever you want inside there. Well, let's say you wanted to put some clips in your Starcrawler terrain. You could put some clips in there. You can stick your lid on top, and voila. And there you go. You've got objective crates, and now your little dudes can run around, and they can find the crates and find out, oh, what's inside them. Put your objective markers, your 3D printed objective markers can go in there. So, hope you enjoyed the crates. Now you know how to put your magnets inside there. Now you know how to get them all going the same way. So have fun and enjoy your game of Zombicide.